All right, we're back on Victoria Hernandez. Hi, Officer Garcia.
Hi, Judge. How you doing today?
All right, how are you doing?
I'm great.
I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
Okay. All right, Miss Hernandez, if you'll come down, and Mr. Garhan, I'll let you all continue to talk, but this is Miss Garcia, so she's going to give us information. All right. We're back on the record in 2020 CR 8599, State versus Victoria Hernandez. All right, so we have Officer Garcia by Zoom. Any objections to her being by Zoom? Defense?
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right, and the state has already stated that they do not have any objections. Officer Garcia, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Do you waive any confidentiality that Ms. Garcia has as it relates to your time in felony drug court?
Oh, no, I don't mind.
All right, so you're giving up that right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any objection to her testifying in the narrative?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Officer Garcia. What we're trying to discover is whether or not she should be revoked or whether or not I should send her to DDRF. What has transpired is there's been a mention of a child with special needs because I was inclined to sentence her to the Bexar County Jail under 1244 to 1 year. Can you tell us how she was doing? What have been the issues with her in the drug court, and what would be your recommendation for her?
Judge, Victoria was on my caseload the entire time that she was in felony drug court. As you saw in the court summary, we did work with her extensively. Every time there was a violation, we used progressive sanctions. We did have DDRF in abeyance, back on 9/20/2023. Instead of that, we went ahead and gave her the chance to do Alpha Home, which she did complete. However, she went right back to her old criminal thinking. People, places, the basics that we teach in felony drug court. We were working with her, and we happened to do a phone search only because there was another phone search done on another participant, kind of intertwined the two. And that is the only reason why we found out is like it fell into our lap. It wasn't something that we were looking for. And we had concerns again because of her special needs child. We do have another case against her in CPS. So the CPS case, there is one pending for the father of her child, and we do also have one for herself.
All right. Do you know, with regards to the case for herself, what is that about?
Because of what was found on her phone.
So what was found on her phone has absolutely nothing to do with the child's biological father?
It's actually both of them are involved. But again, he was the only one that the case had. The first CPS case is only on him. So when we found the information that included both of them, a CPS case was filed against her as well.
So what was on her phone? Did it have to do with, I don't want to get into too much, but what was on her phone? Did it have to do with her as it relates to her and her child?
Yes, concerning for her to be around her child, absolutely.
Okay.
And then considering her case that she's on as well. So with that being said, we have seen often that we work with the individuals and there wasn't really enough progress, and we don't feel comfortable with one, probation doesn't like to recommend revocation. But we have seen in drug court that a lot of our participants are getting credit for time served. So we didn't want her to just, get a JSAT and be done, because then there's no problems that are fixed. And then we have the concern for the son, because she will be able to go back and just be around him. That was what she was trying to do while she was on my caseload. So that is very concerning. If I could recommend revocation, without the JSAT, I would. And I would like to, that's what I would like to happen.
All right. Do you have any questions?
I do, Judge.
All right.
Officer Garcia,
Yes, sir.
throughout her time throughout felony drug court, she tested negative on multiple occasions, correct?
She did, however, she also tested positive.
How long ago was that?
Let me check. Drug test. Well, she did have a no-show, so to us, that was April the 17th. That is considered a positive in felony drug court. Let's see, her last positive would have been September of last year.
2023?
Yes. And again, she did go to treatment during that time frame before we just got her back reporting in person.
That's all I have for you. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. And Officer Garcia, you all are not willing to accept her back. Is that correct?
No, Judge, we worked so much with Miss Victoria, and it just seems like we hit a wall at this point.
All right. Thank you so much for zooming in on such short notice. I appreciate it.
Yes, Judge, you have a good rest of your afternoon.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So with her, it's going to be revocation. Are you still insisting that what was in your phone was not related to you?
I wasn't aware the second time around that a CPS case was put on me. I've been in jails.
No. My question is,
It
are you
is-
still saying that what was on your phone regarding your child is unrelated to you?
No.
Okay.
Judge, in lieu of that, we're asking for the minimum time in law. Apparently she has 158 days in custody over the past 3 or 4 years. And I would argue that, she has done several things right. She's also done several things wrong, but there was several things. She did participate in the felony drug program and did a lot of good things. So we want the court to reflect on that.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to revoke you. Let me see. Where is the trial court certification?
Handed it to the court.
I do have it here. The court is going to revoke you. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will give you credit for any time served. The court will give you credit if you successfully completed inpatient treatment, because I see there was some inpatient treatment maybe through Alpha Homes. If you successfully completed that, the court will give you credit for that. And the court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. I'll recommend the therapeutic community. I can't force them to place you in there, but if you request it, they will consider it. If you don't request it, they will not consider it at all. And I'll also request mental health while she's at the state jail facility. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to get your life in order. If you don't, your life is going to continue to spiral out of control. Felony Drug Court is a good program. They work with you for 2 years trying to help you, and you still just want to do whatever you've been doing, which is not good for your son. I always tell people you're an adult. Your son is not an adult. Your son is 100% dependent upon you, and you're just doing foolish things. Good luck to you. All right, court is calling 2019 CR 9389, State of Texas versus Jaime Fuente. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Not done for the state.
Defense?
Valentina Cogur for Mr. Puente.
Are you Mr. Puente?
Yes.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Jaime Puente who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 9389 for the offense of continuous violence against family on October 14, 2019 for a term of 2 years and extended for a year? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Your Honor, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Jaime Puente, the then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January and February of 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
And just one moment.
And that's on the underlying, Your Honor, not on the supplemental one.
I'll say, all right, thank you. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
State,
And the state will waive and abandon the others, Your Honor.
any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation, condition number 5? The court could find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is a proposed agreement, Your Honor, for 2 years.
Yes, Your Honor, that's our
Revocation, yes, sentence to 2 years, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Puente, is there anything you wish to say to the court?
Those 2 years, yeah, run with that look up.
No. That, whether or not I give you 2 years depends upon me. These parties can't agree on your sentence. So is there anything you wish to say to the court? All right, probation. Has Mr. Puente done anything on community supervision?
It looks like he completed the outpatient program, parenting class.
Okay. All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
I can put this.
All right, why are you not reporting?
The reason I stopped reporting was because I was told that I had to be enrolled in a GED class. And then at the last minute, when it was up to 2 years, they told me I had to graduate by that time. And there's no way that I was gonna graduate within 2-3 weeks. Then I said, why am I gonna report now? And I remember my professor was telling me, it would be nice that after you finish your probation, if you didn't graduate your GED, you continue doing it on the outside. And I remember her telling me that straight out. And then now at the end, they're telling me that I had to finish my GED before my probation was over. So that's why I said, that don't make sense. But that's.
No, I don't know of any, I could be wrong. I don't think any probation officer is telling you if you don't complete your GED, then we are going to issue a warrant for your arrest.
She told me that. She said it would be nice if I would continue the class after I finished the probation. In other words, I didn't have to get my GED. I was enrolled and active on.
All right, so we're back to the question, why didn't you report?
That's why.
Because somebody told you it will be nice after your probation is over, you
They told me
continue.
that I didn't have to graduate my GED by that time. I didn't have to get my GED by that time. And then they turned it back on me, telling me that I had to have my GED by the end of the probation. You understand what I mean now?
I do not. This is what I'm hearing from you, and if I'm wrong, correct me. You said that the person told you it would be nice after you're done with your probation that you continue with classes to complete your GED. And you said, great. And then you said they came back and said, no, you have to complete your GED by the end of your probation. And then your answer to that was, I'm going to stop reporting.
Yeah, because I didn't have enough time to do it anymore. So why am I gonna report? You understand what I mean?
Oh, I understand what you mean. It just doesn't make any sense to me that probation would tell you that.
That's what was done.
And I ordered that you were to obtain your GED or be in a trade school, either one. So that doesn't make sense to me. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant the motion. Court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Is there anything else with regards to the sentence?
Nothing from the state.
Anything for the
Your
defense?
Honor, credit for time served.
Yes, I'll give him credit for any time that he's served. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you are in community supervision. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, and also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. All right, who's here on Justin Perry? And whenever you all are ready on Nellum, just let me know.
Judge, can you see if there's someone in the waiting room?
No one's in the waiting room yet. All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 6621, State of Texas versus Justin Kyle Perry. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Adam LaHood for the defendant.
Are you Mr. Perry?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Justin Kyle Perry who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 6621 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on November 14, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Justin Kyle Perry, did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December 2023 and January 2024 in violation of condition 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure. Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and an up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's to alter and amend for Bear ISF with ISP supervision after discharge, registration for classes within 30 days of release, verify employment within 30 days, and a 2-year extension.
All right. So this is not the first time he's been here on a motion to revoke. Probation. What is your recommendation with regards to Mr. Perry?
My recommendation is as what the state said, or revocation.
All right, let me see. All right, is there anything you wish to say?
I know I made a mistake.
No, these are not mistakes. These are choices. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name's Justin Kyle Perry.
All right, so I'll listen to whatever you have to say, but I want to let you know that we've done ISF with you before. And my understanding is that the rules of ISF were explained to you, and it was explained to you what you're supposed to do after you were released. And I know if you appeared before me, then I told you if there were any issues, you could let probation know. And if they were not addressing those issues off the record, she just came in the waiting room. If it's Gloria Cardenas. Back on the record. And then I know I told you that if there are any issues, you could always come back to the court if probation wasn't addressing those. So why would I put you back on probation when we've already done ISF with you before and we've already done ISP?
It's a different situation now that I'm getting released. I got out of a bad situation I was in when I got out the first time. And I was dealing with a sick grandmother. She had just died on November 19th. So I kind of fell off, but now I'm more clear-headed and I'm out of that bad situation with family matters. So now I can actually do it and I know I can complete it.
I mean, we say that, but I mean, have you done anything on probation?
No, ma'am, I didn't. My grandmother died as soon as I got out and I lost all track, focus of anything.
All right. Is there anything anyone wants to say on his behalf as to why I shouldn't revoke him?
Judge, we're hoping, we certainly know and respect and understand it's within the court's power to do that, but we're hoping that the court sees fit to give him a chance. Everyone's needs in terms of treatment are different. I believe he can be successful. I think he will be successful in probation. ISF, ISP, certainly nothing easy to go through. We're hoping to avoid the chance to be a convicted felon, continuing this gift that he has with deferred adjudication and hopefully be successful, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant the motion. The court will find violation of condition number 4 true. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and the court will give you credit for any inpatient treatment that was successfully completed. And I'll order therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Oh,
Sorry, Judge.
Oh, no problem. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you are not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. I understand that everybody has issues, but we can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So I know that in this court, I give everybody a chance who's on probation, but you can't just disappear. You can't just say, oh, I'm having problems in my life. Let me just disappear. You understand? All right. Good luck to you when you're released. If you have trouble finding a place for support or a place to live, or you have drug issues, you can always come back to this court and I can direct you to a proper place. Okay. All right. Court is going to call 2020 CR 8599, State of Texas versus Victoria Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record? Thank you. For the state. Defense.
Michael DeLeon for Ms. Hernandez.
And are you Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And counsel, I know you were recently appointed to represent Ms. Hernandez. Are you waiving your time?
We are waiving any type of preparation period, Your Honor. I believe we have come to a resolution that'll be acceptable to the court.
All right. And do you have any objection to proceeding, Ms. Hernandez?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you the same Victoria Irene Hernandez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8599 for the offense of abandoning a child with intent to return on January 4th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State.
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 13 on or about the 23rd day of April 2024 in Bear County, Texas. Defendant Victoria Irene Hernandez did then and there operate a motor vehicle without a valid Texas driver's license in violation of condition number 13.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Waiver of any violated conditions.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 13, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition 13?
I do.
Court will find violation of condition number 13 true. Is there a proposed agreement? All right, state, what are you requesting? Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, probation had made a recommendation to extend for 1 year place Ms. Hernandez in a DDRF, followed by mixed supervision and a parenting class. And as the court could see, she was in felony drug court. DDRF was held in abeyance last time as an option. And she is motivated to go to DDRF, be successful in it. Apparently the wait is only 3 to 6 weeks. And that's what we're asking the court to do.
All right, any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. And let me just tell you why. Felony drug court is an intensive form of probation. I know that. But from reviewing the court summary, it's not as though felony drug court, you mess up one time or you make a bad choice one time that they say, oh, we're not going to deal with you anymore. And I'm looking here at the sanctions that they gave you over there. And let me just tell you how many sanctions they gave you, which means this is how many chances they gave you. You understand? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's what you're coming to this court with. 36 times felony drug court was seeking to work with you. So you see where my mindset is? And do you understand why?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so I placed you on probation here. And even here, you had a motion to revoke filed against you. And that was on, well, it was heard on March 9th, 2022. And that's when you were sent to felony drug court. So I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Judge, if I could,
Yes.
one thing for Ms. Hernandez, the good thing about felony drug court for her was that it is our belief that it has worked. She has been clean since September, and if she was tested today, she's gonna come up negative.
Mhm.
So, it's not like she totally, yeah, there's several things that she did do correctly in felony drug court. There are a number of things, obviously, as the court has seen, that weren't done correctly, but she's made a lot of her appointments and she has ended up clean, which is the point of felony drug court.
I just don't think you're a good candidate. I mean, felony drug court, that's a very good program. And what felony drug court has placed, the issues they have with you, I mean, they're major issues, but instead they are still trying to work with you. And they tried to work with you a lot. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people want to stay on probation. They do. Like nobody wants to go to prison. I don't take any joy in sending the people to prison. And everybody that I send to prison or everybody I place on probation, I actually do remember them. Even as a defense attorney, I had some clients who ended up in prison. Guess what? I still remember them and wondering how they're doing and hopefully they've changed their life. And it'll be the same with you. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. I think we tried.
And
So,
And Judge, the only other thing is she's never been given a felony conviction before. That's why she wants to stay on defer. She's motivated for it. And that's why she was hoping that the probation's recommendation would be followed.
all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find 13 true. I'm going to revoke, find you guilty, and I'll sentence you under 1244. Does anybody want to state any objection to her being sentenced under 1244? All right, I'll sentence you under 1244. Let's talk about the time.
Yeah, how much time does she have? Anybody know? How about before the past few years?
Judge.
Yes.
So I was going back and forth with the drug court personnel in this case. And there is some concern if she is given a sentence JSAT.
Oh, it's not going to be JSAT.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And what was the concern though? Now you've piqued everyone's interest.
Judge, they feel that a JSAT sentence is not the reason why she was kicked out of drug court and so forth. They just don't think JSAT would be appropriate. And some other concerns in regards to her child. So if she was given JSAT, they just have concerns in regards to that. Now, if she was continued, then that would be something different, but they are not in agreement with anything JSAT.
All right. So what is the issue with the child?
From my understanding, there is a CPS open case for neglect and possible abuse.
Not on me, on the father.
Okay.
There's an open case.
And state you're asking for revocation?
Correct, Your Honor.
So we are not opposed to revocation, but we are not with JSAT.
Okay.
Judge, if
I
I
mean,
may,
what I can tell you, I wasn't going to give her judgment satisfied. I just, let me just tell you what my thought processes were.
Yes,
My
Your Honor.
thought process in reading everything was I saw that there's a child involved, right? This case involves a child and it's abandoned with intent to return. So I understand, and I understand that that child, they're telling the report is special needs,
Yes.
but she's making horrible choices.
at the same time, Judge, if she goes to DDRF, it doesn't kick the can down the road. It puts her in a position where potentially she'll be a better citizen, better productive parent. So DDRF only lasts for long, probation only lasts for long. If we help her continue, she has a possibility of, one more chance, and the court has given plenty of chances before. But if she's given one more chance, there's a possibility that one day she's gonna be still with this child, and that child needs a stable parent, and DDRF will help in that potentially.
State? Is the state still recommending revocation?
Well, Judge, criminal child involved, I mean, the state would be opposed to the follow-up and choose appropriate, hopefully, because it looks like the person from notes that we have in our system, that the defendant might have the anger problem, and any type of additional help might help for the future of that child at least.
Well, I will tell you what. Your special needs child has saved you. And you are not saving your special needs child. So where is the child now?
He is with his father at the moment. The CPS case is on the father and the current girlfriend. And
So let me get this straight and correct me if I'm wrong. So you are saying that there's allegations of abuse and those allegations are abuse against the father who he's with?
yes, Your Honor. And the case has been open for about they opened one CPS case, my court did, because of the what they had found in my phone. And then the caseworker got in touch with
What did they
the
find?
father.
Wait, raise your right hand for me, please. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
So
state your name.
Victoria Hernandez.
What did they find in your phone?
So they found that, so I had found out that my kid's father was locking my son in the room, and I wasn't aware, so later on, they said that it was because the autism doctor recommended that they lock the door at night. But I thought they were just locking my son in the room all day. And so that's what drug court found on my phone when they were going through our messages, was me getting mad at the dad about locking my son in the room. And so they called CPS for neglect. And then the dad got another CPS case because I believe the school called CPS for neglect as well.
All right, any objection to somebody from drug court zooming in?
No objection.
All right, just have a seat. Drug court is going to zoom in so we can get to the bottom of what's going on. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 0059, State of Texas versus Noe Alejandro Guerrero. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state defense?
Sean Sheffield, John.
Are you Mr. Guerrero? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, and did you understand it? Are you the same Noe Alejandro Guerrero who's placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 0059 for the offense of theft 2,500 to 30,000 on February 3rd, 2023 for a term of 4 years? Is that you? State.
Violated condition number 1 on or about the 29th day of April 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Noe Alejandro Guerrero committed the offense of theft in violation of condition of rule.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objection?
No, yeah.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number one, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number one? Court will find violation of condition number one true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, ma'am. It's revocation at 7 months in the state jail.
That was our agreement, Your Honor.
All right, why should I give you 7 months? You're on probation for theft and you pick up another theft. I mean, if you want to testify, you can. I mean, that's just a general question for,
Oh, I apologize, Judge, that was for him. Your Honor, we're just asking the court, he's run into some problems, some issues with, he had with family and, work and things like that, and just, had a bad situation. He's been in now for almost 4 months. He's kind of seen that this is not where he wants to be. So he just wants to get his time done and be a better person here.
all right, so why should I give him 7 months? He picked up a new case. He's on probation for theft and he picks up another theft.
Actually, homeless.
Okay, he's on probation for a theft case and he picks up another theft. Would you like to say something?
Homeless.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Homeless.
No, state your name.
Oh, okay, no, Alejandro Guerrero.
All right, so you say you're homeless and,
I've been struggling. So right now, I know if I go back out there, I'm still being in the struggle. I'm end up doing the same thing. So I'll be in here and do my time.
no. Here's the thing. The state and the defense have agreed, well, recommending to the court, because I don't have to follow it, that you receive 7 months. I'm trying to understand why I shouldn't give you the full 2 years, because you're on probation for theft. You understand that? And you picked up another theft case. So I don't understand why I should follow your agreement.
He just asking for an opportunity. Your Honor. He understands he did something very stupid, and he's just asking for an opportunity. Your Honor, he's a young man, and he's told me he doesn't want to be back here, Your Honor.
All right, how old are you? All right, so what did you steal? All right, so that's the new case, you stole a vehicle? All right, so you say you're on probation for stealing a car?
Yep.
All right, so this new number one that you pled true to, what did you steal?
So close.
All right, what did he steal?
Clothing from Jason.
All right. Oh. So what JC Penney?
Southward Mall.
Okay, why are you stealing clothes from JC Penney?
To make me eat.
All right, so I don't understand why you have a job.
I have my feet social at that time.
So why do you go to probation and say, hey, I'm trying to get employment and I don't have my ID?
I was requiring them.
So, and why didn't you go to the Salvation Army or the food bank?
I have a social hierarchies.
You don't need a social, do you need a social security card to go to the food bank?
Yeah, ID for everything.
Do you need, somebody help me. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I am starving and I need food and I go to the food bank, or I go to the church, or I go to Salvation Army, are people telling me they're going to turn me down because I don't have an ID? Sorry, go starve somewhere else? Is that what you're telling me?
This one.
Anybody? Does anybody know that to be true?
Truthfully, I don't know.
All right. All right, I'm going to find violation of condition number one true. What have you done on probation?
Just, I've been reporting stuff, so I just missed out. Then I did my last 2 months.
Probation, has he done anything of significance on probation? All right, they're saying you have done nothing of significance on probation. You see here. When you have issues, your fallback shouldn't be, let me steal. You could have went to any other place. There are plenty of places in San Antonio that you can go to for clothing. And I'm assuming when you went to go steal clothing from JCPenney, you were clothed, right? All right. All right, I'm finding violation of condition number 1 true. I'm going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on probation. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Good luck to you.